Hello, you guys.
Good
Hi,
evening.
everyone.
So I brought my homework like I said I would. And Lisa brought the goods. There.
Yay.
Yay. Hey, Lorna Lou. My goodness, you have been cranking out the kits. Holy moly. Just saying. I'm waiting to see if you ever get done so I can load them all up in my cart and buy them all at once because I don't want to wind up buying them twice because then you yell at me. She yells at me. She does. So I need her to slow down for a hot. Just take a breath.
Funny, she just allows me to buy quadruples.
Oh my gosh. And I get yelled at. I get scolded. It's pretty funny. So now I do it just to see how long it takes her to yell at me. Oh my gosh.
It's fun, right, Joanne? Yeah.
Oh, so what's everybody been up to? I almost asked how everybody's weekend was.
We spent $26,000 on a new roof. That was our big deal.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, after it had just been done 6 years ago, but the guy did such a bad job, we had to have it done again.
Dang it.
Ooh, that hurt. That one hurts.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Her digital kits, Debbie. Her digital kits.
Thank you, Lorna. That makes me feel so special. She's going to yell at me too now.
14 more, she says. Holy cow.
Whoa.
Goodness.
Goodness sakes.
Look at that big book of buttons.
The big book.
Is that like the one that you were showing us that one day and you were so excited about it?
Yes, I waited 20 years to get this.
20.
Wow.
And then I got one in an auction like 3 weeks later after I spent money on this.
Of course.
Of course.
That's the way it always goes.
I sold it. It was fine. These things are like gold. They're like toilet paper was during COVID.
Right? Hey, Lucy.
You just can't use it the same way, you know.
Well, you could, but it would be a little
expensive.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure that would be the wisest use of your gold.
No.
I was just going to say the dumbest thing in the whole world, but never mind. I got it.
We got a question from Shelly for you, Patty.
Okay, just one moment. Un momento. I don't know why I felt the need to.
Hi, Maggie.
Hey, Mags. All right. There we go.
Hey, Maggie.
There's Lorna's kits. For anybody who has not been to Lorna's Etsy shop, there it is. Go see all her fun new kit. Yes, Shelly, I did. Yep, I do believe. Yes, I was going to do all of your stuff tomorrow. So, yep. I want to say yes. I think so. Hey, Donna. Hey, Wendy.
What?
Yeah, I can take the queen spot in that, Lorna.
Yeah, and either way, don't worry about it. It's still fine. Don't worry about it. Hey, Vern. The newer veterans.
I think she does too, Lorna.
You just don't get too stressed out about it. All your stuff will be here till we get it figured out. Sometimes the emails just don't communicate well. It's a struggle to begin with and to get them to communicate. So there's a couple of girls I still can't send them invoices through email. I have to send them in Messenger or they don't get them. Like it'll even bounce back. Like when I send it, it'll show up in my email that it bounced back. So they can pay it. So it's like, it's the weirdest thing. I'm getting told it didn't go through, but it really did go through. So it's just ridiculous.
Well, my brand new ring light decided to take a dump.
Uh-oh. Did it come unplugged?
And it's really hot near the cord. That's so weird.
That is weird.
Be careful with that.
I was just going to say maybe better that it's not working then. It got hotter.
Yeah.
And unplug it for sure.
Probably in the wrong kind of. Needs a bigger plug.
Very cool. So, you guys, what's everybody been up to? Hey, Kathy B. Chit chat for a few minutes, and then we'll hop over to Lisa's and get started. There's that.
I am anxious to move on to a different style journal. So,
Are you?
well, not
Oh,
really
yeah? What are you
different.
gonna do?
Not particularly different, just differently put together, I guess I would say. Finished one and
I think the
ready
pictures
to
of it
do
are
another.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
It's been so long since I have actually like decorated a journal. I'm just like, now by the time I get the cover done and figure out the signatures and maybe attach the signatures, I'm ready to move on to the next thing.
Right. Seeing me, I'm anxious to get to the decorating part.
No.
I love doing the covers, and then I just want to decorate. So,
hello, Jen. Welcome,
hi, Jen.
welcome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not about the decorating them anymore. Like I used to spend hours decorating them, and now I'm like, I'm just gonna call it a writing journal.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh
You
no,
also have a lot
Kathy.
going on too. It's
Well, that's true, but
hard to concentrate sometimes.
yeah, funny you should say that. So I was just gonna say, you guys, if Mare and Lisa are looking for me and I don't respond, remind them that I'm probably dealing with the baby. Pretty sure she's teething. She is one unhappy camper yesterday and today. So if I disappear and I don't respond when they're going, Patty, are you there? Remind them I stepped away with the baby. At the moment, she's sleeping. Hey, Juanette.
Poor babe.
Right, Debbie? Yeah. Hey, Lisa. Both Lisas are in the house.
Yay.
Oh, the pressure is on. The pressure is on. She's watching you on TV so she doesn't miss anything.
Buttons and big screen.
I've never been on TV before.
Sounds like a Western or something.
I think she's serious about her buttons.
Somebody's got to be.
Holy moly. Right? Ooh, Juanette. I agree. Yuck. Blech.
Move.
Hey, J-Mac. Yep. I kind of feel like it's better they get diagnosed, though, than keep floating along undiagnosed. So, just saying. So, anywho, Lisa Lou, if you're ready, I'm going to switch the camera. We might as well, because I have nothing. I'm caught up on shipping. I got nothing. My invoices will go out tomorrow, just like always. When we're done, I'm gonna, if I don't forget, ask who wants shipped this week and who wants to wait till next week. Hey, Penny. But other than that, I got nothing.
Okay, sounds good.
I know. SacredMementos wise, it's been very uneventful. And I'm not sad about that.
Yeah, really.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to mute for most of the time unless, I just have to chime in. But otherwise, I'm going to mute and you two can just carry on and I'll be here unless I'm not.
Do we have the email for Lisa somewhere?
Yes, hang on, I'll grab it for you. It should be over in the banners.
Okay. I was looking. I don't know why I couldn't find
there
it.
it is. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll copy paste it and drop it in the chat for you every once in a while.
All right. Well, I just wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping. There were a few people that didn't get their stuff. I think there were 4 new people that never sent me their info. And I hate to bother Patty. She's so busy all the time. And I don't want to bother her. And you just really need to email me the information. And I didn't get it for 4 people. and 2 people I sent invoices and they didn't respond. So
Okay, so Lisa, I'm a liar. It just deleted it on me. Tell me your email.
Lisa J. Smith at roadrunner.com.
There we go. I knew there was a Roadrunner in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Beep, beep.
so long.
Nah, it's not bad. All right. Gotcha.
So that's why some people didn't get their things, and I apologize. If you just email them to me, I'll follow up with
Here
you.
we-
Also, if anybody sees any buttons that they like that I didn't offer up some of those, just email me and we can work something out because I do have quite a bit. So, and I've been selling them on eBay. But if anybody's interested, we can do that. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. Well, a little bit of history. Buttons have been around for thousands of years, but they really didn't start using them as actual working buttons till about the 1200s, when more of the clothing that was tighter and fancier and stuff came into being. They use so many things. You can use nuts to make buttons, mother of pearl, abalone, horn. Let's see, stone. I mean, you can even use like the gems like that. Metal, glass, china. There's so many things you can make buttons out of. And then as the years go on and you get into the 20th century, you have the Bakelite, lucite, celluloid, and then just your run-of-the-mill plastics. So I'm just going to go through my stuff and show you a few different examples of different things. First thing I was going to start off with are the mother of pearl, because people really seem to, okay, let's talk about this book first. This is the big book of buttons, and I had to wait 20 years to get it because I wasn't going to spend $150. Actually, the highest I saw it was about $800, and I wasn't going to pay that much. So I finally found it on eBay for $150, and that I can do. But it is a giant book, and it has, I don't know, over 800 pages of just examples and plates of all the different kinds of buttons. And really, people look at this book as the go-to. There are many, many other button books, and some of them are really nice also. But this really covers a lot of the different ones and the different markings that are on the back. I told Patty I had got a root canal today, so and I think I'm getting a cold. So if I last for this, will be good. So as I go through, I might be pulling this book out just to show you examples too. But it has got everything. You can look up different buttons and how much. The last time this was printed out was 1991. So of course the prices are a bit off, but at least you can get the idea of what's a really expensive button versus a couple dollar button. One of my favorites, and I'm sure you guys too, is the mother of pearl buttons, because there's so many different kinds. You have the ones that are made more of the abalone shells that are more iridescent. You also have ones that are made of the smoky, which is what this is. The smoky mother of pearl.
What is that? Just a grayer tone?
Yeah, just a grayer tone. It still has the iridescence, but it doesn't really show it very well. Now these are carved, and they're about an inch or more, so they're a little bit bigger. They're in a nice set. These are carved also. These have some dark and some light, but they're a really good size. They're very pretty. Then you have the highly carved ones, which are absolutely gorgeous. Like that. This is not going to work. Like that one.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
I lost my light, so I apologize. How's it? There we go. So, there's a bunch of different kinds. They were used for everything from nice shirts to the bigger ones for blah, blah, blah for coats. I like the square ones are beautiful.
Oh,
I love
wow.
yeah, those are different. So, Lisa, I was gonna ask you, like, is it like obnoxious to ask, were they hand carved these or like factory machine? You know what I mean?
They were kind of punched out. I
Interesting.
actually have it. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. In one of my auctions, I got the shell, and it had about 9 punches out of it. So the plain ones were just punched right out of those big shells with machines. Some are hand carved. I pulled up some pictures.
I was gonna say, do you know, like, can you tell by looking at them if they're hand carved or not?
Well, you can just tell by how beautiful they are.
Well, you might. I
Like you look at that picture.
oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
So like, how many millions of dollars is that button?
Oh, those might be like $50.
Oh, that's not so bad.
$30.
One button.
I got I tried to sell it on eBay till someone told me what it really was. It was a flat disc of mother of pearl, and it was just as ornately carved as this, but it was flat. I thought it was a button that had lost its back. Turns out it was a game playing piece from over in Asia. But
I was gonna say like mahjong or something, right?
Yeah, but it was as pretty as these. I mean, it was so beautifully carved.
Yep.
And I had no idea, and I thought it just the way they said
I haven't
it,
seen round ones, but I've seen like rectangular ones.
Yeah, rectangular ones. And then you have
Yep.
ones shaped like fans. You have ones.
Wow.
Oh, it's a different kind. Here's a couple that I have. I wish I had bigger ones that are so intricately carved that they look like this one is. It's actually a building with. It's a building, and then there's different people in there. It's very, very intricately carved.
Bring it up real close to your camera. That's where your focus is. There you go. There it is. Whoop.
And sorry.
That's okay. There, right there. Yep.
You have very highly, highly, highly intricately carved ones, and these are just typical ones. They're not even very expensive. Pretty. So they're just gorgeous. They do get, after a while, they get like this crustiness on them, where if they've been exposed to a lot of water, or they've been in a box for a long time, and it gets this nubby, crusty stuff, and then you might as well get rid of them. I think you can get rid of it, but it's a pain in the tootie. So, but the colors are gorgeous. You always find mother of pearl in just about any little box you buy at an antique store or something. There's always some kind of mother of pearl ones. And even the really, really tiny little baby ones that are so neat for the doll clothes and stuff. Here's these little tiny ones that are, you see how those are all carved?
Mm-hmm.
So, and people just use these on their nice clothing and so on, and they were probably pretty cheap to make, except for those really fancy ones I was showing you. But they last, and you can always find them. They're not, they're really not too hard to find. I was going to sell some of these if you guys are interested. Let me know. I'm going to sell them right now if you're interested. You can let me know in the chat. We'll start with these big ones. These are probably a good 1.5 inches across. And they're going to be $3 a piece. And I have 5 of them, and they are just stunning. You can't see the color as much on my. It was a lot better when I had the ring thing here. It showed the colors really nicely. But these
Pretty.
are just stunning ones. So we'll just do the grab bag, the first 5, and they're $3 if you could keep to 1 a piece.
Okay, so each bag has.
Sorry, each one is $3.
Each one is 3. And how many do you have?
5.
Okay. So
And then I'll
one
sell
each.
by the bag.
Okay. I'm going to put it in. Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, we have Robin J,
Thank you.
Penny P,
Thanks.
Jennifer Miller.
Thanks, Jen.
Hi, Jennifer. Donna G. Hi, Donna.
Thank you.
What do you have? One left?
Just 1 left.
All right, we'll see if there's somebody that has a little lag.
You know what we forgot to ask them?
What?
I meant to ask, how many of you collect buttons and how many of you are starting to collect or want to start collecting? How many already do and how many want to start?
There are, as with every hobby, there's a whole world out there. There's a world of competition, which I wanted to show you pictures of.
Well, you know, for a long time, I thought I knew a little bit about buttons, and then I got to meeting people out at like markets and stuff, and then people like you who really know and I realized really quickly that I really don't know much about a button.
Yeah, Penny, I got you.
So this lady, I think her name is Mrs. Warther. Look at the buttons she did. She has a whole museum. I'm sure she's passed away now, but a whole museum,
wow.
and these are all buttons that she's made competition things with. I mean,
yeah, like
it's crazy.
That's what I like. Go back, those button cards that they do.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Love those.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen those out and about, and they're pretty expensive too. Like, and it just depends. If it's a ding-a-ling like me who really doesn't know too much, then you can get them pretty reasonably.
Right.
But if it's somebody like Lisa who knows what they have, then you're going to have to pay up for it.
Well, now that we've talked about this, I'll segue into it. These are one of the competition pictures.
Oh.
So, you know, you have your competitions go by the age of the button, the theme of the buttons, the size of the buttons, because you have the diminutives, which are under 3/8 of an inch, smalls, mediums, larges, extra large. And then you have like Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, which goes by the ages. I think Division 1 is more the antique, you know, and Division 3 is more 20th century buttons. But this one right here that won first place, I thought, because I saw the Yum Yum, the Oriental button here at first, I thought it was all about Oriental, but I kept looking, and it's actually the whole theme is umbrellas.
Oh, okay.
So you have that umbrella, that lady's carrying an umbrella. The Asian woman has an umbrella over her. This little lady right here has umbrellas. I mean, the whole thing is every button has an umbrella in it. So
what did they win first place for?
Just for composition.
Oh, composition. Okay.
Like they probably won first place in the entire, you know, because you have like composition for calico buttons, composition for that, but this must have been like an overall first place.
So there's all different kinds of categories in place.
Oh yeah,
for stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is probably like a theme.
So Lisa, while you're doing that, we have a question. I just don't want it to scroll off and lose
Sure.
it. They want to know, should they keep, when they find old vintage buttons on button cards, should they leave them on the cards? I think that's what she meant by button cards.
Do you mean button cards like what I'm showing you here, or do you mean
probably the
button
little
cards like
ones that you
this?
find? Yeah, like that. I'm assuming.
So
I
that
think
was junk journaling Jen Mare, if you want to keep an eye out for her answer.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's completely your taste. I mean, if you want to put this on your journal or
Well, I
there
think
was
what
a-
she's asking is it more valuable to leave the button on its original card, or
yes,
does it not matter?
I think it would be more valuable, like in any collectible, to have the original packaging.
Yeah, the box and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
If you have something that's like a toy, if it's still sealed.
Right.
So yeah, most of these have been beat up pretty good.
So it might be worth a little bit more if it's still on the card.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I'd say more.
You know how many
This
I've
is a
ripped off
really-
of those cards?
This is a nice one. I mean, look,
tore
this
off
was
of
only
them.
10 cents when they first. It's the
Yeah,
black,
but
the
look how
black glass
pretty.
faceted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would keep it on if that's the way you like it. If you want to take it off,
The black glass ones are very pretty.
but for monetary, it's probably better to keep them on. So, what do I want to show you? So like this competition one is all fish. So you have your mother of pearl fish, your glass.
Those are buttons, huh? They look like they could be pins or something, but a button.
Yep, they're all. I mean, you see some of the
Crazy.
like I showed you the Fanny Davenport one. You see that quite often, but some of these I've never seen before. There's millions of different kinds, and you'll never see them all because there's also a lot of artisan people now that do like the lamp work.
Oh
beads.
yeah.
And they do a lot of art glass beads, and so they're one of a kind.
Right.
But some of these are just so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, there's some of the smaller mother of pearl that are carved.
Yeah, nice.
I think these are machine done. I don't see how it would be economical to sit there and these are all the different ways they can come. You can get them as buckles, squares, six holes, one shaped like flowers or crosses.
Oh, that 6-hole one is very cute.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, the hearts. That is more like an abalone or a smoky. So they come in all different, and that's just gorgeous. Sorry, it's just amazing. Those are the other kind. So yeah, I have another button card coming, but like I just bought this button card. It's not 19th century buttons, contains metal glass and metal glass combination. So they're all 1800s. And there's all different kinds of waistcoat buttons, which I'll talk about later. These glass ones, I'll talk about those too. But the reason I wanted this, and I spent like $100 on this little sucker, was for these.
Oh, those are different.
And for that one, darn it. For that one right there.
Well, if you only wanted the bottom row, you can cut that off and send me the rest.
I know. Well, why I bought it because I think they're worth a lot more than what I thought.
I bet.
And then with them, I got like 6 or 7 other cards that were a lot cheaper. These are just all 18th century copper and tin buttons. And look how they attach them. Some people attach them with wire or string. This person put every one on a
safety pin.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good idea.
And like she actually did all the she looked up all of these, and to me they all look the same, but on the back of them they have different writing. So
Oh,
she's got, I mean, these come from all over the world, even though they all look the same, basically.
you know, Lisa had a question that she can't think of what they're called right now, but they're handmade ones that, let's see, it says, I think she says they're sewn or in England. Do you have any idea of what she's asking?
They do have
Like,
buttons that are like made out of material.
that they sew in England. Can't think of what they're called right now. They're named after the town.
Huh.
Hmm.
No, I'll have to look that up.
That's kind of neat.
These buttons are more military buttons or fireman buttons. These are from the 1800s also. The ones I think are cool are these. These are the Spanish infantry buttons from the Spanish-American War.
Wow.
And they were made in Paris.
Lucy D said they're Dorset buttons.
Oh, cool. I'll have to look those up.
Remind me of Little Dorrit. Okay.
And more Spanish-American. And then these are from Canada.
Doesn't she, Lorna? She's just full of information. I love that. All right, go ahead.
Let's see.
Oh, look at the little carvings.
Yep, silver English livery button, Canadian National. There were a couple big Canadian nationals on here. Just all this stuff. Montreal. People know so much. You know, you get these people that just really specialize.
Penny was asking on the last card that you showed, are those, I cannot pronounce it, Cloison on the last one?
Cloisonne.
Cloisonne.
These are all metal buttons. Yeah, no, they don't have any enamel on them.
I think she meant the card, the first card you showed where you were like, you bought it because of the 4.
Oh, yeah.
At the
There's
bottom.
no Cloisonne on that. Nope. No, but
And what is that? Because I'm not familiar. So
well, this is just glass.
no,
this is
what Penny's talking about.
The Cloisonne?
Cloisonne? Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with the enamel.
Enamel.
And the metalwork.
Right. Okay.
And I'll show you a couple examples of that. This
Okay.
looks like an old check. It's big. It's beautiful.
Look at how big that
But
is.
these
Yeah.
four together, I think these are the ones. And then you have a silver one that has a sailboat.
Ooh.
And then this funky looking.
Hey, Patty, you looking at the
goldfish.
chat by any chance?
Yeah, that was me. I was trying to post a link.
Oh, man. That looks
Like Patty went crazy.
I'm like,
I'm like,
holy moly.
something just happened.
Yeah, I used a vocabulary word. It's okay. It was me.
Okay.
And I went on Facebook Marketplace, and this lady had passed away, and her daughters were selling this. I think I paid $20 for the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
But it was her collection. So you have everything from the rhinestone buttons to the black glass mourning buttons from the 1800s to the metal. Some nice, really fancy carved mother of pearl. You know, just some really beautiful ones.
Wow.
I thought that was nice. And then she has little hangers, so she must have hung them on her wall.
Yeah, people really get into it, huh? Hey, Vanessa.
Yes, they do. Because, you know, there's this place, if you ever want to check it out, it's called Hanson's Buttons. It's these two ladies in Pennsylvania, and they have the a button auction. Only they have high-end buttons, like ones
ones that I will never
$600 or $700 a piece. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no thanks.
But that's for the people that collect them, you know. Oh,
of course, like anything
we were talking about charm string buttons. That's a charm string.
Oh,
so this was something that the ladies did in the 1800s with their memories. You know, the buttons were like memories, and they collected them.
That is really cool. How great with a little strand even of those hanging off of a journal or a
Yeah.
project
Oh,
of
that
some
would be
kind.
so cool.
That is
Especially
just
if you
really,
use this kind. Most
oh
of these are
wow,
waistcoat
look at
buttons
that.
and glass buttons. This strand went for $600 on eBay.
Whoa.
Yeah. But it's got some really, really nice old glass charm string buttons, some swirl backs.
What are those called again?
Charm
Memory
string?
strands, charm strands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Button strands.
Okay. I was thinking that was memory something. I knew that. I'm trying to even remember where I heard about it, but anywho, cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I thought those were beautiful. And I know we
That
talked,
is.
I didn't have a good example, but that's a fantastic example.
And what would they tie it onto? What is it tied onto?
String, just plain
just
string.
Well, I'm doing that in my next journal.
Some of them
That's
are
Sometimes
pretty
they use
long, right?
wire.
What's that?
Sometimes they might use a piece of wire, but mostly it's just string, heavy duty string.
And was it, Lisa, am I like just imagining it, or was it like the longer it was, the more valued it was, or like was it a social standing to have a longer, more
I
butt?
think it was. I meant to look that up because I knew somebody would ask me that.
And they used
So
almost only shank ones, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They all have
So it
shanks.
would just be whatever they collected, like maybe from a memory of something or people that they've met, or
they give them to
I'm going to
friends.
start ripping buttons off of family shirts, and I'm going to start adding. It's my memory. You got to put a memory strand on there.
I just, you know what, and I just read that where people would take the buttons off their clothing because they were worth so much and they didn't wear out as quickly as the clothing did. So they would just transfer them
Jen.
onto the next outfit
Cool.
because people didn't waste stuff back then like they do
Jen
now.
said I had one of those sent to me. I took it apart because I didn't know what it was. That would be something I would have done because I'm like, I don't know. They just put them on a string, you know.
Well, this is a phenomenal example. It's got some really nice pieces on it. So this is a place in New York City called Tender Buttons. I have not been there. I don't even know if it still exists, but
Donna G's asking, do you have Satuma ones? Satuma? I don't know. I'm probably going to butcher these names.
I've got ones kind of like that. They're expensive.
Good idea, Debbie Howard. Thank you. Wax your string.
Yes. Okay.
Ooh, go back. Those were really pretty.
Yeah, we're going to talk about those. These are paperweight buttons.
Wow. What was the picture before that?
Those are paperweight buttons too. Aren't those
neat?
That
is gorgeous.
And then like that.
Wow. Yeah, those are really pretty.
And then this is how they look from the side.
Oh, look. Yeah. Looks almost like resin, you know, when people do those floating things.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's all glass. It's all glass.
That's really neat.
These are some different ones. And that's a button card with just paperweight buttons on it.
Wow. How did it move?
So.
Okay. Stupid joke.
And these are Leo poppers. Those are a whole different thing. I'm going to talk about those. But we'll get back to the mother of pearl really quick. I'm going to ABC these, which I never did. I never did cards. Gosh.
Juanette went to a button store like that in Italy. That would have been cool.
The first couple times I went to New York, like 4 years ago, this guy had one, and it was just long enough to walk through and so on. But he did the buttons for Broadway shows.
Oh,
so if
that's
you had like
different.
Wicked or something where you wanted some really wild looking buttons, that's who you would go to. And he paid like $15,000 a month rent for this little tiny hole of a store, but he was right near Broadway, so it was
Sounds
really cool.
about right these days, especially.
Oh yeah, it's really bad there. Okay, so And you can't see a blessed thing there. Sorry. I need to just calm down. No one's in a hurry, right?
No, we're all just relaxing.
Good.
Got my chamomile and vanilla tea.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is. It's great.
Is it that Celestial Seasonings or is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, these are all going to be $5 bags, but they're all a little different. This one is 3 highly carved ones, a big one, and then 2 very thick little ones.
Okay. Is this A?
That's A.
Okay.
This one has the square. Gosh, I had that beautiful light.
There
we
you go. No, that you're getting it good. That's really good right there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's B.
Especially when you're
And-
tilting it towards you a little.
Yeah.
No, tilt it toward, yeah, like right in there. Yep.
And these are amazing. The colors, it doesn't do it justice.
Okay.
Put those for 5 too. So that'll be our A, B, and C this time.
Okay. $5 each bag, 1 bag a piece.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to put that in.
And if you get one, if you could let other people get them too.
All right. How many is in B? I think there's 3, 4, 5 or 6, right?
Yeah, there's 6. There's 6.
Okay. So first up, we have Robin J for C.
Okay, let me just. Never mind. I'll watch this over again and do it again.
Okay. Sometimes Patty doesn't have the chat.
That's okay. I
Posted.
listened to what you said.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, I better be accurate. Okay. Then we have Joanne Jackson for A.
Thank you.
And then we have JMac for B.
Okay. The next round, I have, this one has a buckle and a bunch of nice 1800s. You can tell because the shank on it's like a box shank. I can't make it go. There we go.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
And then it's got a nice thing, so that's fine. That is A.
Okay.
And then this one is more carved again. Got some small ones, but then it's got a couple of really nice carved ones.
Nice.
That's B. And then C, and this last one is got 2. These are just plain, but they're cute.
Nice.
Or the Smokies. So there you go. That's your A, B, and C again.
Okay. Same price, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So quiet in my house. What the heck?
And those are sold.
Thank you.
Okay. Donna G for A.
Thank you.
Penny P for B. And Kathy B will get C.
Great. Thank you. All right. maybe I think that's it for that. Okay, now we just have an A and a B. The A are some big ones. They're not in perfect condition, but they're pretty darn good.
Nice.
That's your A. And the B are the nicely little carved ones. There we go.
Nice.
And then we'll do these 3 sets of big ones and we'll go on to another kind.
Okay, why don't you just lift up your post-it for C and just get it off the...
Oh, sorry.
There we go. That's all right. Okay.
The other big thing that they used were these nuts. And I grew up in Warsaw, New York. It's south and east of Buffalo. But they had a whole factory that they just used nuts to make buttons with.
Really?
Yeah. And it's, you never have a clue that that's what they were made of.
Okay, Donna G will get B. No? Yep, there you go. And Jennifer Miller for A.
Jennifer Miller, thank you. Okay, and one last one of these. These are all the Smokies, the carved ones. These will be $6
Okay.
a bunch. So you have this carving, and they are iridescent. There we go.
Nice.
These have more of a round pattern. There we go.
There you go. That's perfect.
And these are the same pattern.
Okay.
So.
All right. ABC. Button bunch.
It's amazing some of these lasted too.
Yeah.
You know, that they didn't get broken or chipped or.
Right. They are very pretty, aren't they?
They are. Wait till you see what's coming up.
Oh boy. Okay, we are going to say sold because they are. Okay, so we have Donna G for A.
Thank you.
Jennifer Miller for B. And J Mac for C.
Give me 1 second while I fight with this.
What would you think the number 1 button is, or at least one button that you can think of that usually people miss when they're mixed in with maybe a jar of buttons that they pick up from a flea market or an antique store?
I like
something
the black
to look
glass
out.
buttons. Like,
yeah,
the Queen Victoria mourning buttons are always good. I'm sorry, who was C?
J Mac. Sorry, I'm the one who started gabbing.
No, I was just.
And can you just
I think
measure,
those are
Donna?
beautiful. I mean, there's so many. Like, there's most of the grandma's button boxes are about the same. You'll find some mother of pearl, some plastic, some bone buttons maybe.
Okay.
But then once in a while you'll find something just thrown in. I think I told you guys. Shoot, I'll find it.
And Donna was just asking.
You just
Asking.
never know. There might be something really, really good in there.
Okay. Donna was asking if you could measure the larger ones from that round. Could you just, do you have an idea of what
Yeah.
size that is?
I have no idea where my other things are. They are not. They are 1 inch and 1/8.
1 inch and 1/8. Great.
So they would classify as a large, I believe. Oh, where did those go? Okay, then we have the illustrious underwear buttons. You will find these in just about every box too. If it's
Oh,
got
yeah.
any,
They've got like
if
the
it's got
bigger
any kind of
holes. They remind me of little.
age to it. So these are the underwear buttons, and there's different kinds in here. There's the
Is it
glass
wrong for
kind.
me- Is it wrong for me to say these are my favorites?
No, I think they're beautiful.
Whenever I find these, seriously, when I get jars of buttons for you guys, like I always take these out. I love them.
I think they're
Wow.
neat. But it's what you find, and a lot of reenactors.
So why
will
are they
take
called
these.
underwear? Dare I ask? Why are they called underwear buttons?
Self-explanatory? They were always used on
yeah,
buttons, they were always used on underwear.
There's all
because
kinds of underwear. Are we talking panties or are we talking just any kind of underclothing?
undergarments that you would
There you
use in the
go.
1800s, basically.
There you go.
Anywhere from
Okay.
Revolutionary War
That's
on
what
up.
I was getting at, all you bad-minded people.
Yeah.
No, like, are most of these bone, Lisa, when they're these ones?
Yeah, the lighter ones here are the ceramic ones.
Okay.
The rest of these are bone.
Because it's the bone ones I like. I like the color of them, I think.
Yeah.
How can you tell if they're bone?
Well, you can see you can't see with my terrible lighting today, but like this one, you can see the striations running through it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. And why the big holes? Jennifer Miller's asking.
I don't know. I think just they were easier.
They used a heavier thread, right? Didn't they use a heavier thread? Because because it was a more utilitarian sort of situation.
Very
Okay.
utilitarian.
When I was little, the panties had them. Lisa said, not Lisa, I'm sorry, Jen said.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I really didn't know what they were, and I do have some. Debbie Ham, Patty, did you see what she put? She, to you, she said, me to Patty, I have jars of these.
Nice. Very nice. Is that an offer to share them, Deb?
I think that was.
I feel like that was like, I'll share them.
These don't even look all that old, so these could be like early 1900s, late 1800s. I don't know, but I like the China ones too. Those are neat.
Oh, good question.
Yeah, those are very cool.
But if anyone is interested in this little bag, it's $3.
Oh, Louise said, when placed in hot water, I thought the bone ones really smell. Am I correct?
See, there's so much that I don't know about buttons.
I don't know.
It's all right. I feel you, Lisa. That's how I feel about books and paper.
Right.
Yeah, but you know a lot more than the average person. I've already learned things. Things I'll probably forget because, that's what I do.
But I feel like anybody who like Lisa loves buttons, right? And she's really wants to be educated about it, right? Because it's her thing. She loves them. But it's like the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know.
Right. I feel that way with most everything.
Yep, me too.
Yep. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone.
You are so not alone.
So how many bags of these do you have?
I just have the one.
Oh, don't say that. That's not what people want to hear.
It is not what people want to hear.
Okay,
I
so
might
you want
be able to pull together some bags of the ceramic ones.
Nice.
Okay.
If
So you're going to,
if people are interested, put that on there and I'll.
Okay, let me put in a go for these. Button bag. We're going to call this, they're not all bone, right?
No.
Big holes.
Underwear.
Call them underwear buttons.
Call them what they are. Underwear.
Fine.
They're certainly not thong buttons. But
Well,
Yeah.
they're not thong buttons? Is that what you said?
yes.
I'm like,
I'm tired. I only had 2 hours sleep last night.
there's no room for a button in some of those
No,
things. Have you
no.
seen them? Okay. How much is this bag?
$3.
Before I go really off. 'Cause, I'm just
I'm
cracking
confusing you, I
myself up.
know.
Okay, so here's I know, right, Vanessa? All right, everybody's going saying me before I put it in. So they want them. You could have sold like 15,000 bags. The winter. Sorry, Robin. I clicked. Debbie Ham is the first one up. So she will get them.
Hi, Deb. Okay, here's a neat story, and I don't have any to sell, unfortunately, but these are called perfume buttons. I don't have any giant ones that are easy to see. I sold the one I had, but these were from the 1800s. It turns out a lot of the fragrances in the 1800s were made out of oil. You know, they were oil-based instead of alcohol-based. So women didn't want to put it on their clothing because it would stain the clothing. So they came up with this idea. They would make a button. They had buttons like this. There we go. And where you see the flower, there's actually either a velour or a velvet or a felt. Probably not a velour. That's a velvet or a felt or a wool that they would put their perfume on these, which was on their clothing, and then they wouldn't, they wouldn't stain their clothing. The cool thing is that during the Civil War, the ladies would put their perfume on it and give it to their loved one as he went into battle. And they would find, when someone when they were gathering the dead soldiers, and they would find them in their pockets. And then the soldiers that actually lived through it all said that it helped them with their sanity and it helped them remind them of home, because the oil-based perfumes last so much longer that they would have them with them all the time. So here's some examples of these.
Those are very cool. There you go. That's a perfect one. And you don't have those to sell, huh? Because those are awesome.
I mean, I could just sell these, it's fine.
Okay, but to be fair, they're like $9 million, right?
No, like $4 a piece is fine.
That's close to 9 million.
That's close to 9 million.
And I'm sorry, what are you calling these?
Perfume buttons.
Okay. Hey, Debbie Ham would like to gift those buttons that she won to Patty.
Oh, nice.
That
so
was
if you could mark that. Very nice, Debbie.
I'm going to be good and follow my own advice and just say thank you. Thank you very much.
There you go. That's right.
Very nice, Deb. Okay,
so I'm sorry, what did you call these?
Perfume buttons.
Perfume, yeah.
Some of the fabric's gone out of some of them, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, see, these are all the same. So we'll just do one of each of these. These look like the flower.
Those are very pretty.
Yeah. So there's 3 of those. I'll put them in little bags with people's name on them if they're interested.
Okay, so are we doing an A, B, and C, one each?
We don't need to do the A, B, and C on this one because they're all the same.
Okay, so but you're talking about one button though.
One button each.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them.
Okay.
kind of playing this by the seat of our pants today. I had a big
Okay.
craft show this past weekend that I was doing, so I didn't have a
Okay, so
board.
we have JMac for 1.
Okay, thank you.
Jennifer Miller for 1. And then we have Carol L for 1.
Carol. Oh. Great, thank you very much.
Hey, Carol.
I just think that's a neat story that they sent it off with the soldiers.
Can you show the back side of that? Because somebody's asking. Oh yeah.
It's a self shank, but it's actually right in it. It's not
Mhm.
like a wire shank where it
Built
sticks
in,
out.
right?
Yeah.
So Lisa, like you wouldn't find them anymore with the fabric still in them, though, right? You just find
Yeah. Pull out my handy dandy.
No, that's okay. I just think that's like amazing because
No,
that
I
I've
saved
never
some
heard of it. I
pictures
didn't
of
know
them
anything
so you
about
could see them. These were the fancier ones. I mean, you could have them really
Wow.
fancy. Like that one. You can really see the velvet in that one. Or the wool. Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, darn it. And then these are like what I was showing you. So what I showed you is like that.
Yeah.
Only a lot of that's missing now. But I have this one. Yeah, these two other ones have it on them still. So
Yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like they were so much more sentimental about things than what we think, you know?
the whole Victorian era was all about like the calling cards that you love so much that I love too now. Everything had sentimental meaning. How to use a fan had different meanings.
Right?
How
Yeah.
you wore your gloves. And I love those glove things you showed. The holders, those were so
Oh.
neat.
Yeah.
Everything had
Again, we're
meaning.
gonna give that a hand.
Oh my
It
God,
was
the
so
dad
beautiful.
joke's gonna end.
So if we want to A and B these,
Okay.
A is the larger one that has the metal, the wire shank.
They're all metal though, right?
Yes, they're all metal. And this looks like pieces of wheat. I'll get it focused. There we go.
Ooh.
But see, you can tell it still has the felt in it. So that's
Yeah.
A. And B is, yeah, again, they're flowers.
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
And how much are these? Same.
These will be 5.
Okay, 5 each. And just if you guys that have all gotten a button can just hold off, so
Yeah.
somebody that's been trying can get in there, that would be great. But then if you see that they're not going, I will just say to open it up for everybody. I hope that's all
Yeah,
right
just so
with
it's
you. Yeah. So if there's anybody been trying to get one, this is your time. All right, I'm gonna put that in. Or at least that has gotten one from the last round.
oops.
I'm just going to give it for a couple of seconds for lag.
It's amazing how bad some people's lag is sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to give Robin G B.
Thank you.
And then Donna G will get A.
Thank you. All right. Now we're going quick to the Victorian. Victorian black glass buttons. Queen Victoria lost her Prince Albert
Oh,
halfway through, what was it, like 1848 or something?
did she have them in a can?
You're so funny.
I was going with people who, I don't know if you heard me, Donna. I went with people who hadn't gotten one first. So that put Robin for B. If you don't want the A, then we can open that back up again. But that's what we were doing for that round, Donna. And since nobody else put in, then I was able to go to use to take it. Does that make sense, Patty? I think that makes sense.
Absolutely made sense. Yep.
It was a button in general. At least that's how we've done it in the past. So
Yep, you're fine. I'm right here. You're fine.
okay. So what are these, Lisa?
Where are they all? Okay. Well, so anyway, Queen Victoria lost her husband, who she was madly in love with. So the rest of her life, she wore black and wore black buttons, which instantly became the thing. The original black buttons were made out of jet, which you think that would be some kind of stone or something. It was actually like a fossilized wood peat mixture, which was a lot harder to work with. And you know, you see the black glass buttons, and they're all shiny. The jet wouldn't feel shiny at all. It would feel, it was very dull, and it didn't have the shine to it, and it almost felt like a little bit waxy, oily. But it was a lot more expensive to produce than the glass, which you could mass produce. So most people who didn't have a whole lot of money would just use the regular black glass buttons that they could mold, which would be like these. Wait for it to get in.
Yeah, they're not coming.
There we go. So these are just regular black glass buttons.
Okay. And what did she have?
She probably used the jet buttons because, of course, she had the money.
Okay.
So it was like they found it. They had to dig for it. It was it's like a peat wood mixture.
Oh.
It's like a coal.
And then she had it, or they would make them into buttons.
Yeah, they would carve it and mold it
Wow.
into buttons.
Well, the
But
black
it was way
glass
too
ones are very
expensive.
pretty. Yeah.
I'm just pulling it up. Antique jet buttons are very rare. It's organic mineral derived. What?
When you're a jet, you're a jet.
It was
If you can
derived
be
from
a
a
jet.
certain kind of pine tree that's 150 to 180 million years old. The coasts of Spain and England. And once the tree died, it was impregnated with iron, and it just became covered with silt and sediment, and it crystallized this wood into jet.
Wow.
But again, hard to work with, brittle, has more of a luster kind of look to it. But it was just easier and cheaper to make mass-produced glass, which
Right.
they've been making glass for thousands of years. So that's what most people went with. There are some very beautiful examples. And why did I not keep them? I have my little baggie full of buttons that I love. I meant to pull them out. I mean, they can be all. I wish my light worked. That's a little dog.
Lisa, I'm really sorry. I'm just going to address this because we're not going to drag this out for another half hour in the chat. Lucy and Donna, the reason that she got the one she did is because she used the word or. She said B or A. These are specialized, and we're trying to get them to as many of you as possible. If you want to argue over a $5 button, we can. We're trying to make it even, and we're trying to get them out and keep everybody happy and have it be fun. But if you want to argue about it, we can.
Okay.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. So this is even an antique black glass button. It's huge. I really apologize for this. And it has
there we go.
the cage shank on it, but it was painted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. They would also, like, this is one that has a silver gloss to it, a silver luster to it, and it's an elephant.
Yeah, I could make it out. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that came in.
It's got a pretty silver. They would do these with like a silver luster or a gold luster, sometimes even a copper luster. So, which I didn't pull a lot of these aside to sell because I don't know why. I do not know why.
Does that yellow snap on too? Janie is asking.
Does the yellow snap on?
Yeah, the yellow.
This is a Bakelite button.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm going to talk about later.
Oh, okay. No, the one I think that yellow one that you said is painted.
Yeah.
Did it snap on? Does it snap on?
No, that's all painted. Oh, sorry, no, it
back.
has a metal shank on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's got sewed on.
Hi, Janie, by the way. I didn't see you there.
Yeah. Sorry.
These are very cool.
Not organized today. So these are the 1800s. These are two sets. They could be as big, like this big around and faceted, or they would do figures on them. I've got some that are totally, let's see, they're in this thing too. Like see, you have the black glass. You get in squares, faceted. It could just have one. It could have the metal shank. It could have holes in it. You can see these here. There's some that have so much detail in them that it's really neat. Very small ones, diminutive ones.
Wow.
So it's really, and then you had all these too.
Wow.
So when you're looking at these, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. So when you're looking at these, can you sometimes tell like what they were used for by the size or the elaborateness of them?
Yeah, there are some that are so dainty that they weren't used on a coat. The heavier, thicker ones were used on coats. The other smaller ones, like the mother of pearl and stuff, might be used on blouses.
So what did they use like on, like, when you see those really fancy lacy gloves or like the lacy collars that had buttons and stuff? Because whenever I find the collars, you know what I mean by the collars, right? Where it's almost like, so those lacy frothy ones down the front, sometimes they have hook and eyes, but sometimes they have buttonholes and the buttons are gone. So like, what kind of buttons would those have been?
I've seen them with the really little tiny mother of pearl buttons.
So like what we would instantly assume were meant for baby clothes.
Yeah, or what we would think would be meant for doll clothes.
Interesting.
but they're so tiny.
And
What are those buttons on the right? Debbie Ham is asking. Oh, look
These
at
look like
that.
little grapes or something, don't they? Again, these
Yeah.
are the black faceted, but they are round. Faceted, they're all put together on a string. They have, well, they kind of have metal shanks in the middle, but they don't stick out. So this is just a set somebody probably ripped off a dress that was ready to throw out.
Wow.
And they were saving them because this came out of like this came out of a little button box. So sometimes you can get real treasures
Right.
in these button boxes.
Right.
As long as like a dealer hasn't been through it. You know,
Yeah, that's for
they're going to
sure.
pick out what's the best.
I've seen dealers go through and like when it's a box sale, they'll pick something out of one box and put it in the other because they know they're gonna bid on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, and people should be watching that.
Yeah. So these were all really through the Victorian era, throughout the Victorian era. These were still in style most of the time.
Nice. Those are beautiful.
So I was going to put these 3, A, B, and C down. Gosh. So we'll put like $6 on these. Actually, we'll do a D. Sorry. I have
no
these
problem.
two, which these are amazing. They're faceted, they're oblong, like a football shape. And they've got these someone actually just tied on here too, but they're just gorgeous. Let's see.
I want a proxy, Patty. She might not be around.
which one do you want?
I want C. Can you proxy for me?
Yep.
Okay. Black buttons A, B, C, D. I'm sorry, what did you say for price?
Oh, we'll do $6. This is just going to
Okay.
be a fun, let everybody get a chance at it.
All right. Oops. Ah! It was running. It was ran from me. Oh. Okay, and those are sold. Let me put it in.
Hey, Beverly, did we say hi to you?
Hi, Bev.
Okay, Robin J gets D.
Thank you.
Kathy B gets C.
I have some more, Mare. I'll hook you up.
Thank you.
No problem.
Beverly O gets A.
That's A. Thank you.
And that leaves Jennifer Miller for B.
Really, thank you. Yeah, that's the one thing, like Patty was saying, in the 1800s, everything just became more. Everyone loved the fanciness of it all. And
Right, Jennifer.
one
Jennifer
of the biggest
said
things
she knows a guy.
was these metal pictorial buttons. I was showing these to, she thought I was weird. It's called a Yum Yum button. They're Asian, and this is a Yum Yum geisha. Ah, that
Yum
I
Yum.
didn't see that good.
Wow, that seems pretty big. Is that like a 2-inch button?
I think it's 1.25 inches.
Oh, okay. Still
No,
there.
inch and a half. Excuse
Inch
me.
and a half. Okay.
So
Yum
yeah.
yum.
So you have
Yum
the
yum wants some gum gum. Do you remember that from that night at the museum? Anyone? Come on.
oh yeah. Okay. All right. I do. I do. And then some of the buttons were based on mythology. There were a lot of buttons based on mythology, actually. So you have like the god Mercury.
Oh.
And the backs, you know, this one's not too bad. But this is a substantial button. This would be on a heavy coat.
Yeah.
Then you had the more, some of them had actually had whole stories behind them. And when I put them up on eBay, if I find a story about them, I'll put it up on the thing. This is a French clown.
Put it towards you. Yeah, there we go. Jennifer's asking, how old are these? About?
Oh, 1870s, 1880s.
But the only yum yum is the first one? Or are these all
Yeah,
considered
yeah,
yum
and that's
yums?
just because it's a
I just
geisha.
like saying it. Oh, okay.
You just like saying yum yum.
I do. Dum dum want some yum yum. Okay.
This one is called Cupid and Arresto. So there's a lot of different Cupid buttons.
Really?
Yeah.
They got their own buttons, huh?
So that's Cupid talking to Arresto, which I would guess is some kind of mythological heroine.
Huh.
So, you know, it's just amazing that there's thousands and thousands of these with all different stories.
Wow.
This one is a really nice Roman soldier. This is heavy. It's really nice. The inch and a half.
Wow, that's cool.
It is. It's neat. And a lot of these might be $20 a piece, $25 a piece, just depending. This is called the Trumpeter of, it's some long German name. And it's just, everybody has this button, but.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they, a lot of times they make the big one and there's a smaller one and they call it a mother-daughter. Because you have the big one and the tiny one. So
Heroes of the Horn.
What's that?
I said Heroes of the Horn. It's from
Yeah,
a show. There's okay, never mind.
See, that was
all right.
Thing.
Yeah,
so there's
is infamous for dad jokes and movie references.
She thinks she knows me.
That's awesome.
Whatever.
I never get the movie references either. I'm like, what?
So those are all really neat buttons.
Some do in the chat. Some know what I'm talking about.
I do normally, but you know.
Yum yum wants some gum gum.
Oh my gosh. You know, my inner 12-year-old wants to be so inappropriate. You need to stop.
Oh boy. Please don't.
You are funny. These are some of the smaller ones. Like they might just have a bird on them like this one.
So all these are considered just carved buttons, or like what category would you put them under?
These are called metal pictorial buttons. So they're stamped metal. They just stamp them out in a factory probably. But they use all different metals, usually brass, bronze. I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah,
one.
they do, right?
This is Egyptian.
They almost look like coins.
Yeah, well, then they have some that look like Roman coins too.
Oh, okay.
This is a figure of a woman. I think it is the pharaoh's wife. I mean, there's so much detail that because of my crappy lighting, you can't see. But there's a story to each button and what it means. And prices
I bet
can
there's people who
range
just
wildly.
collect those.
What's that?
I said, I bet there's people who just collect those alone.
Oh, yeah.
The pictorial.
This is that trumpeter one, only it's the tiny one of it.
There it goes.
Yeah. So, the one I thought was weird is I had one. It was a tiny little one, like maybe this big, and it had a little kitty on it, and then it had a lizard on a wall, and the cat was kind of batting at the lizard. That thing went for like $98.
Wow.
And it,
Yeah, I don't think I'll be looking at buttons the same way after tonight.
yeah, if
Somebody
you can
else
find,
said that in chat too.
if you find these, you know, especially like if it's at a estate sale or yard sale, pick them up. I mean, if you're into any kind of reselling,
Or
these
hoarding.
can go
Or
for
hoarding or collecting. Yeah, right.
hoarding.
Hey,
Yeah, hoarding and
Becca.
collecting is good too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
Or
rid
I
of
can
this.
like pick up one that I think's worth $9 million. Like Patty always says, $9 million.
$9 million.
I'll ask you about it, and you can say Crackerjack made them a long time ago.
I wish I had a 9 million. I'm trying to look for my one that.
I know, right, Lisa? She said she's gonna be terrified to glue a button on anything. It's like,
Well,
no, but I know I passed up some of the carved ones and stuff.
yeah, it's all what you like, and if you see something that's special
Right.
to you.
Hi, Gail.
I know we could talk about waistcoat buttons next.
Okay.
Ooh.
Waistcoat buttons they were for men's vests, but I think these are the prettiest because to me they look like little jewelry, like little jewels.
Yeah.
Pull up some pictures on the.
Yeah, I've done that, Lisa, not even knowing what they were.
But did you glue them onto underwear? That's what I want to know.
I'm not telling.
So
No,
these
I didn't
are
know what they
waistcoat
were.
buttons.
So,
They're usually metal with some kind of glass or,
Oh.
little like faceted gem in the middle, or like a milk glass, maybe like an
Ooh.
opalite glass.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I've got really good ones. I bought this really neat collection, and the lady had taken those old frames that the tintypes were in, and she put waistcoat buttons on them. So
that's
this is the one I
different.
kept because I love it so much.
Yeah.
The colors are just so neat. Can you see them? Oops,
Yeah, that's really neat.
I know I even have a better one. I can't find it though. But these are what would go on the charm strings too, especially like that one that I showed you that was so nice.
Charm strings. Wow. I got to write that down.
Her button strings.
I'll tell somebody about it. I'm going, the string that has all those buttons on it. I won't remember. Nice.
So these would be considered waistcoat buttons. And they just look like little tiny pieces of jewelry. They're just so pretty. They might like this one has a carved mother of pearl in it.
Ooh.
Somehow I got a bunch of these. Let's see. I'm like this. These two are green with the green glass.
Yeah.
And this one has the green glass with the coppery gold adventuring flitting through it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, you could even make your own, like they did with the tintype frame, like even with the plaster frames that Patty was making.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool.
So there's just so many different kinds. They're so pretty.
These frames, when she pulled that out, made me think of daguerreotypes and ambrotype.
Yeah, that's what the frames are. Yep.
Yep.
That's neat.
These have been going really high though at auctions lately.
Oh, crazy!
Wow.
Like, unbelievably crazy.
Yep.
I gotta keep my eye out for that stuff.
This is a fancy one right here. But anyway, they came in all different things, and I don't know a whole lot about them. I just wanted to show them off because they're beautiful.
Wait a minute. There's some good ideas. Lisa says she
I like
could
that
get them made
diamond one.
into rings. And then
Yeah.
JMac said they make jewelry findings that fit them. So
Yep. I saw where someone made a charm bracelet out of them too,
nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
because most of them have the shanks on the back of them, so they really lend themselves to jewelry.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
So Lucy, what's a union case? She said the inside of union cases. Oh, the frame is the inside of union. I get it. Sorry, got it.
Got
I
it.
was like, wait, what is that?
Hi, Kendall.
But they're never very big. They're just these little tiny things, usually half an inch and below. And these I sell on eBay, but they're just neat little jewelries. Isn't
They
that
do look
beautiful?
like gems, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's why I like them.
Yeah.
And there's so many different types. So
You know what, Lisa? This button business might be old hat to you, but it's like literally fascinating as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I really think
I just hope I'm
so.
not boring because I don't know what people like.
No, it's really interesting, and you have a lot to show, so that's great.
Well, and like you guys, this sounds really crass, and I don't mean it to sound crass, but nobody has to be here if they're not gaining something
Yeah,
from it. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody's held captive.
exactly.
So
I knew I had these to sell. These are more of the black 1800s mourning buttons, but these have all these have iridescent sheen to them, and they're all different. So can you? Well, sorry.
Oh,
Can you see how iridescent that is?
oh yeah, that's
And you
very
figure that's
pretty.
what 100, probably
that's crazy.
like 1870s, and it's
Looks
still
like
this beautiful.
looks
Yeah,
like a brooch. Like it looks like jewelry. It doesn't
it
look like.
does. Yeah, it does.
And by the way, the comments in the chat, everybody's loving this. Everybody's
Yeah.
totally engrossed.
Yeah.
Cool. So I thought we would. I put together some bags of these just so everybody could get. I mean, they're. You know what? I'm going to do these as a grab bag, so we don't have any hurt feelings or anything.
Exactly, Robin.
They all
So-
have. I
so
mean,
what does
look
that
at
mean?
that.
Oh, yeah.
And each one has different beautiful ones in it. So I was going to do each little bag for $4.
Okay.
$4 a bag.
Well, they've only got 3 buttons in each one, but there's there's one.
I think
They
that's
either have two or three, but the one that has 2 has got a really nice big one.
Nice. So you want to just do these random?
Yep.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on to that one. Hold that out. That looks like carnival glass. That one you just slid
It
back.
does. That's what they all look like.
Yep.
Some of
Wow.
them are more obvious, like that first one I showed you.
Yep.
That one gets
This one is
shining,
really
yeah.
neat. It's a bar.
Yep, it's
That
button
one
night,
is more
Kendall.
gold. But look at that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
So pretty.
So, and I have bags, a couple bags of these. So
Okay, so all right. So I'm not stopping at any point, just
I can probably do some more bags if there's more.
okay.
You're gonna need lots because I have a funny
Yes.
feeling this is gonna blow up over there.
I mean, I can't do more than 2 a person.
No, right. Let's just do one then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because there's 40 people in the chat plus me and Mare, just so you know.
Yep. 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 Me and
Yes,
Patty need to
Patty.
have one. Put our name on one.
And these are just so pretty just to keep and look at and
Yeah, like I
pet
wouldn't
every
even
once in a
know.
while.
Yeah, like I'm glad you're doing
Whoa.
them random because I'm like, I don't even know how you would try to pick out one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we have Louise for one.
Thank you.
Beverly. Oh,
Thank you.
Penny P.
Thank you, Penny.
Kathy B.
Kathy B, thank you.
Joanne J.
Hi, Joanne, thank you.
J Mac.
Keep
Thank
them
you.
at, right, Robin?
Jennifer Miller.
Thanks, John.
Robin J.
Thanks, Robin.
Donna G.
Donna G,
Carol L.
thank you.
Lucy D.
Awesome. If you're new, if you could please email me your real name, your PayPal email, your address, all that would be very helpful.
You should have
Lisa.
Lucy.
Lisa H.
Great. Thank you.
Kendall is asking for 3. Do you want to just do 1 for each, like we said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Kendall
sure.
gets 1 then. And I think, I think that was it.
Great. Thank you so much. I'll make sure everybody just has really nice little packets of them.
Oh, shoot.
And that's in me and Patty too.
Of course.
Yep. Lisa, her email's right in the window. I don't know if you see it yet on YouTube, but.
Well, I tried to put it in the chat and I forgot to.
Oh.
I forgot I copy and pasted the link to the Dorset buttons.
Okay.
So I was pasting the wrong link.
These are other ones from the 1800s. I'm going to show you the pictures because it's easier to see on the iPad, which I broke my iPad last week.
Oh.
So I had to get a new one, unfortunately.
My husband says that I do that on purpose so I can update my stuff. I said, no, he's joking, but.
So these are.
I think I need an iPad.
These are composition buttons. So they're made of like a paper mache type.
Oh, like artwork.
Substance. And then they have mother of pearl or silver inlays. So like this one, I actually have this. Strangely, I have this one.
Oh, inlays. Yeah, Robin said. Yeah.
Yes, they're inlaid. So this is a rather big one. Very, very light. Has a wire shank on the back.
Oh, that's
super,
cool.
super light.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
Let it get into focus, if it will. There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
Very pretty.
Nice.
And then there's other examples that are just.
Oh, bye, John. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. They come in all different sizes and shapes. And they look like those.
They remind me of something that might be came on a coat or something. Something
yeah, I would
think
think so. We're very dressy. I mean, they're really light. And I think they might actually break pretty easy.
Okay. So maybe not a coat.
The other things they can be inlaid with are mother of pearl. And that doesn't really give you a good. But then there's also, I have ones like this too.
You have one of those?
I have many.
Wow.
This is made out of a horn button. And then they inlay it with mother of pearl silver.
Wow.
Yeah,
Talk
and they
about
can have
work.
birds on them. I just get all different kinds. I just have so many. It's hard to keep them all separate. But yeah, they're very beautiful. The inlay on them is just gorgeous.
I'm trying to understand the workmanship that would have to go into making these little tiny pieces of art.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Because first you have to carve the button.
Yeah.
And you have to get all the inlay in there.
To fit perfectly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And a lot of them have even more detail to them than just
craziness. Do you want to do you want to take the intermission now, Lisa, and then we can keep going when we come back?
Yep, and we'll just do it real quick.
Cool, very cool. All right, you guys, give us just 3 minutes. for our normal intermission, and we'll be right back. There we are.
Well, that was the quickest 3 minutes I've ever.
I'm telling you, man, it always is.
Just trying to find my score of the century. Okay. Well, it's getting late and I'm losing my voice. I just wanted to show you some of my favorite buttons. Might do one more sale here right now. These are not old. These are like art glass check ones. You see those?
Oh my gosh.
Aren't they beautiful?
Those are crazy.
Yeah. And they're painted black with the painting. The colors and stuff are actually on the bottom of it. And the gold is just embossed on the top. So the colors you're seeing are coming from the bottom. There's that one, which is like a peachy and green. There's a blue and green set.
Are these glass?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. The bottoms are glass. And then there's a kind of a corally pink set.
All right,
These are
you guys.
newer, though. They're not that old.
Listen to you. They're not that old. So, like, am I the only one that's never seen these before? Have you guys all seen these?
These are Czech. Czechoslovakia is really known for its glass buttons. From old ones to new ones. They're also really known for their bead making skills too. There's a giant industry there for that. So I'm just going to sell these real quick, and then I just want to show you some of my faves,
Okay.
and then we'll be done. I do have and I showed Patty in there, I have a ton of strung beads that are like glass lampwork beads, and I'll show them to you quick at the end here, that if anyone's interested, let me know, or we can have a part of a sale be that too. So these are just going to be 4 each.
4. Holy cow. And do you have more than one of each?
Nope, that's all I got.
All right. 3 lucky girls. Yeah, I figured.
Those are pretty.
Yeah, those were gone before I could even type sold.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was quick.
You want to call them there?
Oh, I don't care. All right.
Okay.
Jennifer Miller gets C.
Thank you.
Robin J for B.
The packaging for this night is going to be so easy. I love it.
Right.
And Kathy B will get A.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool, Gail.
All right. I want to show you some of my faves. I did find one of the horn buttons we were talking about. So this is horn with silver. Let me get it right side up. Horn with silver inlay.
Oh,
Oh my
there you
God.
go. Oh, that's really, really pretty.
Isn't it beautiful? Just, can you imagine how long it took them to do that?
Yeah.
No, I can't. So, like, we keep saying they look like jewelry. Were buttons, like, considered jewelry?
In some ways, I think they're very much part of the status and part of the overall,
Fashion.
fashion. The things they always talk about with the calico buttons, those were, let's see, but it's easier to show the big pictures. These were buttons that were made in the like 1840s through the Civil War at least, but they would match them up. There was like 300 different patterns.
I've never
and
even
colors.
seen those. That's crazy.
Look at that. If you ever see a larger size of these or a medium, they're more rare. Oh, come on.
Wow.
Aren't those beautiful?
So, like, I swear, everything you show us, I just have 12 more questions.
Okay.
These make me think of flour sacks.
Yes, they did me too. They
So
do.
are they
And
the-
then they would go with the calico that ladies would wear back in the 1860s. So
Wow.
if you had a blue dress, you would have these blue calico buttons on it,
Uh-oh.
which is so
That's
cool.
crazy. I've never
And
even
some
seen
guy back in 1939 or 35 put together a little pamphlet book where he actually wrote down all the different kinds there were out there, all the different patterns. And that's kind of the book to go by.
Wow.
These are some of the stencil China buttons. So again, I love the colors.
So
They're just
Kendall's
amazing.
Wow,
asking,
it's just
yeah.
amazing.
Kendall's asking, these calico ones, were they made in China? Are they Chinese?
No, most of
No.
them are made in either America or England. A lot of
Okay.
buttons were made.
Okay.
I
Oh,
believe.
she has some.
Oh, really?
I think Kendall has a rather large, extensive button collection, if I remember right.
Well,
Right?
Kendall, if I'm talking out of my face, let me,
She has jars and jars of them. I remember her talking about it one night a long time ago. She has, I think Kendall's the one that has buttons.
Nice.
Nice.
This is my favorite paperweight button.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Look at all that
Amazing.
color.
I know.
Well, thanks, Becca.
Sometimes on eBay you can get on there and you can get whole button. There it goes.
Wow, look at that.
Isn't that amazing? So that's my favorite of that. I got this whole, someone had done a check glass. This isn't old at all. Maybe 5-10 years old buttons, but they were all check glass iridescents.
See, that looks like carnival glass to me too.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, kaleidoscope. Yep.
These I got from my guy in New York City. His daughter had set them aside for me, and they're just amazing.
Holy moly.
Oh, wow.
They're probably 1940s, 50s.
Talk about jewelry looking.
I know,
Right?
and they weigh a
Crazy.
ton. I mean, they are crystal. They're Aurora Borealis crystal with the metal backs. But the color is just, it doesn't do it justice.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question because I don't know the answer. What is the difference between Aurora Borealis and Swarovski's?
More
Aurora
color,
Borealis
right?
is that iridescent color.
Okay.
So you can get that on anything from the 1800s to the brand new stuff.
Okay.
It's just that, that gasoline iridescence.
Okay.
It's called Aurora Borealis, or they say AB for short.
Gotcha.
So that can be on any button.
Okay.
Swarovski is a kind of crystal. It's a certain company that makes crystal.
Okay.
And they do everything from, rhinestones to actual crystal pendants.
Right.
They used to sell to everybody, but they want to become more exclusive, I guess. So a year or two ago, they made it so like they won't sell to Shipwreck Beads anymore, or Fire Mountain, or a bunch of those. They only sell to designers or design houses.
I feel like I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're getting harder to get, but and I have a giant box.
I wasn't there. She's like, I have a giant box.
She giggles.
Probably 100 pounds or more of them.
And she's like, nobody's going to get them because I have them.
I got them. Oh, you were talking about the cloisonne and the enameling?
Yeah, somebody asked,
This is
who
a
was it
pretty
that asked
one.
about cloisonne? Was that Penny?
Well, I was asking about that actually.
Yep.
It's all enameled and
yeah, I
metal.
can see it.
Pretty.
This is actually more like a cuff. It's got like a real button on the back. I'm not sure what they're called. Those are really my favorites. And then in the like 1865 or something, I think the patent came out, but they did. This was a Goodyear rubber button. So Goodyear came out with these buttons. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are plain, but some of them have might be cameos or whatever, but it was made out of Goodyear rubber.
Interesting.
Which is just the weirdest thing. It'll have Goodyear, it'll have the copyright date or the patent date. I think that's it. You can get special buttons like this that are the little. I am so sorry about the lighting.
Do you remember when you were like, so Patty, I just want to tell you thanks a lot for my paper problem. I'm going to be like, so Lisa, thanks a lot for my button problem. You can see it.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
I can see it coming.
These are one I'm probably going to send to the button auction because they're just that much better than
like what?
most everything.
What is that?
So this looks more like a gay 90s button. So the 1890s, they made these giant buttons.
Wow. What would they put
This
those?
is another example of one. They call them the gay 90s buttons. They're just giant with usually a jewel in the middle of them.
Wow.
So that's going. This is a Bakelite crown button.
There you go.
See it? There we go.
Wow.
And that's Bakelite. Which I don't know. Have you ever told them the way to find out Bakelite, if it's real or not?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
The semi-chrome polish. If you put that on with a white cloth or, a cotton ball or whatever, it turns yellow.
The cotton ball does.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So these are some other examples of Bakelite. They came in all colors. They were like one of the first plastics.
Right.
But it's easier to tell them. I don't know why. There's just a certain look about them. You get to know it after a while. I thought this was neat. It's actually on a piece of clothing that was ripped off, like maybe a belt or something. But so you got the heart, and
Debbie said she has some of those gay 90s buttons.
Who does?
Debbie Ham.
Ooh, nice. So those are all Bakelite. Bakelite's really neat. And with the Bakelite, they didn't just stick to buttons. They made lots of jewelry out of it too, which is the bracelets can go for hundreds of dollars.
Right.
And,
wow.
Yeah. These are just some of the other big ones I got going to this auction.
An auction, like who knew?
I know. For buttons.
For buttons.
I know. Look how big that is. That's 2 inches.
That's crazy.
Man.
Yeah. This one, there's some that have these pharaoh heads on them.
I mean, those could like make Debbie Kip fall over. She's so little.
Oh my God, right, J-Mac? Yeah, from now on when we're flipping through the fashion magazines, we'll be like, look at these buttons.
I won't remember the name of it. So.
It's
That's
so
cool.
big, but
it definitely looks like a pin. Like somebody would wear that as a pin or something.
Yeah. Anyway.
But those ones, wait, that flower one with that back, wasn't that so that they could wear them on like coats or shawls or vests or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they could move them around, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
And then this is another Oriental one. So
that's
the
cool.
Satsuma really are very expensive too. I should have pulled up a picture of those.
I have a feeling this is such a small fraction of your collection, Lisa.
It is, but everybody has their own thing. Everybody
they do. Yeah, that is something else.
So can I do a couple giveaways?
You can do whatever you want. Well, but yes, of course.
Can you guys run them though? I mean,
yeah, Mare asks really good questions.
Oh.
What's that?
Okay. I'm pausing. I'm muting to think. Okay, what you have one giveaway?
I have this. I have the glass one.
Oh, pretty.
And
ooh,
this doesn't show up, but it's rhinestones.
Okay.
So I was going to do the 3 of them. We could just do the random.
Okay.
So you want Mary to ask a question, and then the first 3 right answers get to pick?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
And don't forget, you want to show them your beads. And if you want, it's only 9:30. So if you want to do beads, if they want beads, you can do beads.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to you.
I just like to hold this one.
It's so pretty.
That one of these big honkers. These are just so Amazing. I can't imagine what piece of clothing those were on.
Something fancy.
But they weigh a ton. I mean,
Right.
you'd have to have, I don't know.
But it wasn't like just, a flannel shirt.
I also like to do,
Yeah, the paperweight ones.
I like to do costume jewelry.
You guys, she never disappoints, right?
So
That's awesome.
I'm selling all these too. I got a box of this stuff I gotta sell. Anyway, now that loud thing's over with. Make it the first. There. These are a little distressed.
Those are
They're
pretty.
the old 1800s steel cut buttons.
Now those I can say I have a couple of those.
Probably. Those you might find in the...
All right, this question's going to be too hard. Let me see.
You stress about it too much. Just ask the question.
No, because you always say that it's too easy.
Holy moly.
All right. Yes, she has been very informative.
This has been really fun. This was nice.
Well, I wish
we wanted easy, Mayor. Penny said.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much for this, Lisa. This was fun.
Oh, I didn't even touch on a hundredth of what there
Good, then
is.
we can do it again.
I'm boring to listen to, so.
Yeah,
stop it. You are not.
We're all still here is because we're so bored. You crack me up.
Why am I hearing?
Yeah, your brain hurt. Me too, Penny. I was going to say that, but then I was like, is that going to come across wrong? It's a lot of information, right?
It is. But if you love it.
It's just so intriguing to me. Like, now I just want to know more. Right, Gail? She says, I'm never taking a button for granted again.
No, you can't. There's always a story behind it.
All right, I've got the question. It's not too difficult, but it's not super easy. You should have been here to hear the answer, so I'm going to put it in right now. And
right, Robin?
not even after, while you're eating it. Oh, look at
Yum. I'm such a dork. I'm like, what is she talking about? I'm like, what?
Answer. Look.
Oh, yum yums.
Okay.
Oh my
the
God.
first underwear buttons.
I'm so glad I didn't try to answer this because I was like, what is she talking about? Yum
What
yum
do you
was
mean?
not even there. Nope, it wasn't even there.
Okay.
That's her new catchphrase.
First person is Carol L.
Carol L. Which one would you like, Carol L?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Right, Becca? You just kind of knew. Yeah, I should have known she couldn't resist.
Carol, which one would you like? I'm sorry.
Joanne was calling you out too, Mayor. I just knew it.
Hearing some kind of TV or something. Did Carol say which one she wanted?
I didn't see her put. I didn't see her put in. Oh, the rhinestone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is Jennifer Miller.
Same to you, Jen.
Patty, are you looking at the StreamYard thing?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you think that's
glass. She would like the glass.
Do you think that's right? What I starred?
Oh, wait, hold on. I wasn't all the way up. I was just down at the bottom. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And we
I
have
don't want anyone else mad at me tonight.
dress
Okay, you got
size.
Jennifer Miller. Okay, next is Joanne Jackson.
Do you want the black ones, Joanne? I know you like the faceted.
She doesn't care. Okay, do you want me to go on to the next one and see if they
Yep.
I'll just give these ones to Joanne.
Okay. And the last one goes to Lisa H.
Lisa H. Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. I think I'll just sell these the next time or something. I, in an auction, came across bags of these strands of lampwork beads,
Nice.
which would look phenomenal on. Look at that.
You know you're opening a can of worms, don't you?
What about the diamonds that are in your hand? Right?
Sure. I'll sell those the next time. Oh, look at those.
Oh, pretty.
So there's tons. These have little, these are lamp work with the fancy schmancy on the insides.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
I'll be selling, I have really bags of these.
Whoa.
Yeah, not one bag, you guys. Bags.
4 bags of these.
Why are they
Like-
called lamp work? Jennifer's asking. Come on, Lisa. You know all the answers tonight.
I do, but I know more of this kind of lamp work bead.
Okay, what is it? What is look
These
at
are black
that.
beads, and all these little bumps and flowers and stuff are put on. A person has like a tube of hot glass, and they'll hold it in the fire, and then they basically paint with glass on these
Oh,
to
wow.
make. It'll come in just a second. To make all these little tiny things. So that's not like molded glass that somebody painted. That's glass that they
Wow.
liquefied and painted on there.
How big are the holes? Would they fit like a Pandora bracelet? That one might not.
That's a great idea.
This one probably won't. These are all about maybe 1.5, 2 millimeters.
Yeah, I think the Pandora ones need that
Yeah,
really
they need
big
a big
hole.
wide.
Yeah,
This one might. No, that's about a 2 millimeter.
right.
But I mean, I have literally not just the lamp work ones.
Whoa.
Holy
I have bags of these things with the
Goodness.
aventurine. It's got like a coppery aventurine inside of it. So that's
It's
the
really
lamp work
pretty.
too. It's just the way they were made.
So,
I'll look that up for the next time.
okay. So you really do want to come back and do beads a different night?
If people are interested,
They appear as though they are.
these are some of my favorites.
So hang on one second. We're going to see if we can just make a schedule. Louise, are you coming on next Thursday? I don't know why I'm yelling.
Louise.
That wasn't a yell.
It was louder than normal. Louise, like she's,
Well, she's all the way in Canada, so
she
you
is
gotta
all
know.
the way. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. It's not like that. All right, so Louise is going to come on next Thursday. Do you want the Thursday after that?
Unless you're
No,
going on,
I wouldn't offer it to you if I didn't want you to be here.
sure, I would love it.
There you go.
Great.
Perfect.
These are pretty.
You are far away after all. I know. Thanks, Louise. She's another one that's always got my back. Cool. So 2 weeks, you guys. And
I said literally nothing.
To what?
What?
Were you a middle child by chance?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No. I was the neglected baby child. And I'm telling you right now, all of you older people that are not a baby
Okay,
child.
okay. So she was the baby child. That explains it all.
Oh,
You guys.
stop.
I think the baby
Explain.
child were always spoiled because I was the oldest and I had to
You
do.
think so?
I was the
Nah.
oldest.
They
Yeah,
forget
I was
about
the
the
oldest.
last ones.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, I had 2 more bags. So,
Wow.
and then there's the shell ones that are dyed pink, plain,
Nice.
Awesome.
everything.
All right. So you guys, yeah, Louise will be here next Thursday, and then Lisa the Thursday after.
Yeah.
Sounds
I mean,
like.
I can do other stuff. I still have all
Sure
the
you-
ephemera and
Yep.
all that
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. You can do beads. I mean, you could start with beads. When you guys get tired of beads, move on. If you get tired of beads, move on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Lisa's asking, that she's saying that we use them for journal dangles. What do you do with beads?
Me, I use them for jewelry
Yeah.
mostly. Dangles.
She makes exquisite, like what, bridal pieces, right? Like tiara type things and veil pieces and stuff like
This
that.
is a headband I've been. So these are all. Oh, I hate this lighting.
Bring it up just a
These
little.
are all
There you
seed
go.
beads.
Wow, that's so much beadwork. There you go. That was a shot there.
And most of these are from this cache of 1890s beads. So these are all antique beads.
Wow.
So that's for a headpiece. It's a little squashed right now. But it's got purple, pink, cream, and green.
Man, that's a lot of work.
Oh, that's right. Robin's making pens. Robin, can you use any of these on your pens? Just
Oh, this is a pink. Oh, it's all. This is a pink bridal bouquet I'm making.
wow.
Goodness.
Is that a bouquet? What is that?
Yeah.
It's a bouquet. Yep. And these are all beaded into flowers and sprigs and.
Patience
Wow.
of a saint right there, I'm telling you. That's the only thing that would maybe encourage me to try fussy cutting.
I love fussy cutting. It's so relaxing.
Oh my
Ugh.
gosh. No,
Oh.
it is not. That's why
Oh,
you
I
like
love
those.
it.
Yeah, that's why you bead those crazy things.
That's relaxing too.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Nope.
well, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you listening to me. I hope you enjoyed it.
So informative.
Lisa.
Me too, Lisa. I love that.
She says I'd rather spoon my eyeballs out. And I'm usually like, I'd rather shove a spoon through my head. Yeah.
Than fussy cut or what?
Yeah.
No, then do the beading thing that you're doing. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. It's a certain group of people that can do that stuff. And
Yep.
I am not that girl.
Me either.
Mhm.
Joanne can. She said she could fussy cut all day.
No.
Wow.
There's this one designer. If you ever watch Say Yes to the Dress, the Kleinfeld's one,
Mhm.
there's that one, Panina Tournay. And I would love to get her to use one of these on her runway. I talked to her once online because I had been to Turks and Caicos and she had just been there. So we were talking about it. This is the silver one I'm doing.
Wow.
She does a lot of silver, so I was like, ooh, maybe she would. That'd be really cool.
Right?
Wow.
Never a dull moment.
I guess. That's all you.
Yep.
It's pretty,
Thank
but
you,
it's
everybody. I
not- it's gonna
appreciate
make
it. It was fun.
So, all right, you guys, everybody have a really good weekend. You're going to do invoicing this weekend, Lisa?
Oh, yeah. There's not
Okay.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
Quick
Yep.
and easy.
Perfect. I'm going to do mine tomorrow. Yeah, I think, I know. Hold on, hold the phone. For anybody who's here, I was supposed to be asking who wanted combined shipping. I knew there was something. So who does not want me to ship tomorrow? Lucy and Donna, I've got your box almost put together, so it should go tomorrow or Saturday. And the rest of the international girls will go either Saturday or Monday. So if we've lost everybody already, then I'll just ask again Monday. Mary, do you want to type it in for me? We'll see who's still here. Do you mind?
Okay. Who wants theirs shipped?
Who wants
Yeah.
Yeah, who wants combined shipping?
Right.
Which means I'm not going to ship your order with the Dr. Ledgers and the stuff. I'll hold it for another week. Until next week.
Well, we've got Juanette that said don't ship mine yet.
Okay. So Juanette is first. Got her.
Toby, you can ship mine tomorrow.
No. Okay. So combine. I'm going to have two piles. Combined and ship. Toby goes in the ship. Okay.
Debbie Howard is just saying you sent mine out yet. I think that's a question, maybe?
Yeah, hers is the question.
Okay.
Yours is going tomorrow, I think, Debbie. I think I have to print one more invoice for you. I forgot one.
So Becca is combined.
Becca. Okay.
JMH combined.
Okay.
That's all I'm seeing right now. Robin says, please send my medical stuff.
Yep. That's the stuff we just did.
Oh, it's like she ordering drugs for me now?
No.
Yeah.
Combined for Jennifer Miller.
Okay.
That was so far. I was trying to get onto YouTube to see if it came in any faster.
Okay. So I will ask again Monday. I know, right, Lisa? It did sound kind of wrong, but it's all right. It's all right. So, all right, you guys, everybody have a good weekend. Hang out in the group. I don't know. I was going to say we're going picking this weekend, but I don't know if we really are. We might be garden prepping. So thanks very much, Lisa. This was fun.
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
It was. It was great.
Thank you. I enjoyed doing it.
Thank you very much, Mary.
Yes, thank you, Mary.
For having me.
All right. Good night, you guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.